Hello everyone, welcome to Smart Vision. We all have the same ultimate dream: to run an open source model on a low VRAM home PC and create a Sora 2-like video generator that can produce unlimited videos for free. You type a single sentence and it generates a story. The AI then converts that story into scenes, characters, dialogue, and audio. Then, press the run button, let the AI generate those scenes with sound, and finally stitch the clips together into one long video. This is the holy grail of AI video generation, the ultimate in automation we're striving for. Note that because we rely only on open source models, accuracy won't match large proprietary video generators like Sora 2. I will regularly update support for the latest open source models. Although they're not yet on par with large models, open source models can reach practical levels as the technology advances. However, when we actually try to realize this dream within ComfyUI, reality hits us hard. You painstakingly design this complex one-click long video generation workflow, which requires dozens of large models to work collaboratively. You hit the run button full of anticipation. And then, your computer starts screaming. System memory and VRAM instantly explode. Out of memory. The workflow crashes. All your efforts are wasted. Your long video dream instantly turns into a memory nightmare. If you are a heavy ComfyUI user, you must be deeply familiar with this memory black hole. When we try to use multiple models collaboratively to achieve highly automated AI agents, this problem is an almost unavoidable nightmare. But today, I'm here to tell you that I have completely solved this difficult problem that plagues everyone. I have developed a specialized tool that not only tames ComfyUI's memory monster, but, more importantly, allows you to truly achieve the hyper-automated process of going from a single prompt to a long video. Today we will not only delve into the underlying logic of ComfyUI's memory leakage, but also walk you through how to use this brand new ComfyUI workflow manager to achieve one-click generation of multi-scene, dialogue-driven, character-focused long videos. Of course, if you are interested in the technical details, feel free to skip ahead to the second section. Hello everyone, welcome to Smart Vision. This channel focuses on practical, locally runnable AI knowledge and workflows that can help you make money. If you enjoy my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support is my greatest motivation to keep creating. For more downloadable examples and useful workflows, follow my Patreon. Now, let's begin today's episode. The core technical challenge, OOM in large ComfyUI workflow. First, we need to address the core technical challenge encountered when using ComfyUI, the OOM issue when running large workflows. I believe many of you encounter a problem when using ComfyUI. If the workflow is extremely large and utilizes many models, ComfyUI struggles to release the occupied system memory in a timely manner during execution, ultimately leading to out-of-memory errors. For instance, in the workflows I've uploaded recently, during execution, although VRAM can be released promptly using unload model nodes, the system memory is not released. Instead, it continuously accumulates until the system crashes. This problem troubled me for a long time, because achieving a highly automated, locally runnable AI agent often requires multiple models to collaborate. The acquisition and release of system resources must be timely, or the system simply cannot operate. To tackle this, I spent a lot of time outside of work investigating the root cause and trying various methods. For example, I tried building my own node to execute memory and VRAM release via code. The result was that VRAM could be freed, but system memory remained stuck. I then suspected that node cache might be the culprit. So I opened ComfyUI settings and set the node cache to 0, meaning no cache should be retained. After making the change and testing again, I found that system memory usage still continued to accumulate. Of course, I also noticed a button in the upper right corner of ComfyUI called Free Models and No Cache. Clicking this button after the workflow finishes successfully releases all occupied system memory and VRAM. This led me to the root of the problem. Setting the node cache to 0 in ComfyUI is effective, but only if the node does not involve AI execution. AI execution involves a library called PyTorch. PyTorch is the AI development framework created by Meta and the vast majority of AI models on the market today are developed using this framework. PyTorch has a specific characteristic. During runtime, it generates a lot of cache to speed up AI execution, and this cache is not released immediately. Its purpose is to improve the speed of subsequent runs. Furthermore, when PyTorch unloads models, it first releases the model into system memory, and it can only be fully freed after the AI inference process is completely finished. A large workflow, internally within ComfyUI, is treated as a single inference process. Therefore, system memory and VRAM are released until the entire run is complete. However, our PCs often crash due to OM before the run even finishes. The solution: workflow segmentation. To solve this, I devised a method: segmenting one large workflow into multiple smaller workflows and running them step by step. After each step is executed, we first release the system memory and VRAM, save the intermediate result of that step, and then feed this result as the input for the next workflow. This effectively resolves the OOM issue. In other words, as long as your PC configuration can successfully execute each individual step, it will be able to successfully run the entire large workflow. Look at the result. After executing one workflow, the occupied system memory and VRAM drop significantly. There is one important point to note here: 5 to a few seconds before releasing the memory. This is because we often see a noticeable spike in memory usage right before the release, and this peak consumption can easily lead to OOM and system crash. But if we wait a few seconds, we can largely prevent the system from crashing. This is the core logic behind the application I developed. Let's quickly review the logic of going from a single prompt to a long video. You can also refer to my previous video for details. First, we use the prompt to generate a story, and then use that story to generate image prompts, video prompts, sound effect prompts, and dialogue. We also generate images for the main characters. Currently, I support one character, so we generate one character first. Please wait for future updates for the multi-character version. Once all the prompts are generated, we can open the ComfyUI workflow manager that I developed. You need to have ComfyUI running simultaneously. It currently has 3 main functions: execute a single workflow group, execute multiple workflow groups, and workflow settings. Let's first look at the workflow settings. Here you input the type number, such as 1, 2, 3. Here input the name of the workflow group. Here you enter the path to the workflow file, 1 path per line. The preset configuration is initially empty. You can click Load Preset Configuration to load the default workflows, and then modify them based on your own file paths, like this. After modification, you need to click Validate Configuration to check if the entered workflow paths are correct. If they are correct, a checkmark symbol will appear. After selecting the type number and group name here, you can click Delete Group to remove the corresponding workflow group. Next, let's look at executing a single workflow group. This section is used to test whether a specific workflow group can run smoothly. I have set the default resolution to 640x360. You can test each one individually to see if it runs on your computer and check the results. If all of them run smoothly, then this workflow group can be executed on your PC without further adjustments. Click Select Workflow Group to choose the corresponding group and input the number of executions here. Here you input various prompts. The audio prompt specifically refers to the dialogue that character A is supposed to speak. Upload the image for the specified character A here. Specify character A's voice here for cloning purpose. Specify the ComfyUI URL here. This URL can be viewed. For wait time between workflows, I have set a default of 5 seconds. This means that after one workflow is completed, it waits 5 seconds to clear system memory and VRAM, and then waits another 5 seconds before executing the next workflow. Maximum wait time specifies the maximum duration for each workflow. If this time is exceeded, the process stops automatically. Specify the output path here. The input path is currently unused and can be ignored for now. Then click Start Execution to run this workflow group. Finally, Let's look at the main feature, multi-scene video generation, which is the key function for generating a long video from a single prompt. First, upload the image for character A and character A's voice sample. Specify the video width and height. Upload the corresponding prompt txt files here. These files can all be generated using the workflow discussed in my previous video, which you can refer to. The first file, type necessary top-prompts.txt, specifies which workflow group to execute. In the audio prompts.txt file, each line contains a piece of dialogue for character A. You can use my prompts as a reference and simply modify them for your own needs. Finally, just click Run. If you enjoyed this episode or found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support is the greatest motivation for my creativity. All the files and resources can be found on my Patreon. See you next time.
This is a Leftist Smart.